Yo, 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 hey. So today, guys, we're gonna be talking about the seven truths of the spiritual awakenings, right? But before we get into it, I just want to make sure I show my gratitude towards the audience, towards the people who are viewing this, for them to actually take accountability, for them to grow, to become a better person, right? Just as such as myself, I am not better than everyone. I am not different from anybody else, but rather just keep developing yourself and keep growing as each individual should prospect from themselves, right? And to start off with it, I just want to make sure when you focus on your spiritual awakening, you're changing your identity to something else. The reason why you're watching the video, it is because it is in a bigger picture. It's not just about the knowledge you're going to receive, it is about how the knowledge is going to make you a different person, right? And when you become a different person, you automatically would take action on the wisdom that's being talked about in the background, and now you will be focusing on the right things rather than you focusing on things that are in an external and have no meaning, right? So number one, everything is later connected. Every action has a ripple effect on others and the world, right? So when it comes into a ripple effect, it means that every choice that you have come across to take an action towards it has created a timeline, right? A timeline, what it means is that we live in a world where every choice can create different versions of timelines. Like whoever you are right now, in the next 10 minutes or next minute, you are a different person because about what you just received is going to create different alternatives, different thoughts, different perspective, different opinions, and different perceptions, right? Which tends to create a different personality, right? So that's why basically every action will have a ripple effect on others, because it will just come and compel different alternative sources, which creates different outcomes, different actions, different intentions. But it all just comes across to you, right? It all comes across to the person who is behind making the decision, right? There could be a person like you who will go to the gym, or it could be that person that didn't go to the gym and did something else. It's just common sense, right? But it just couldn't basically relate to you in a way where your productivity can be better than how you disselect yourself away from being unproductive, right? And since you know what's good or what's bad for you, you have a much more better understanding on what you can improve on and fixing your self attributes, right? So moving on forward is unity to your own universe. When you know what's basically the best decision for you, when you have a plan, when you have a structure, and when you realize every time you have to wake up and you do what you're supposed to do, what it's creating is just creating this timeline based on what you want to create. Instead of you having timelines for things that don't even matter, that don't even relate to your own purpose, now you're basically selecting yourself and putting yourself in a position that, okay, since I want to be a football player, I'm going to do football player things, right? I'm going to analyze every football player. I'm going to train. I'm going to work out. Boom. You're basically putting yourself in a timeline where your self-identity is a football player rather than you doing all these unbalancing things that is going to unbalance your life between you becoming a football player and and your actual self. Boom. Right? So number two is the power of presence. Bring awareness in moments. Bring your relocating thoughts into yourself right now. Bring it all to them when it comes into making a decision, when it comes into you doing something, right? Your focus, this is how you basically enter the flow state. The flow state is when you start basically putting your attention 100% or much more into what you're doing. Right now, my focus is not about, I'm not focusing on what I'm going to eat. I'm not focusing about what I'm going to do next. What I'm focusing right now is about this. It's about explaining the depths of the spiritual realm and explaining how you can awaken yourself into your true identity, right? So moving on forward is that bring your focus into this, but make sure your focus into a positive outcome. A lot of people tend to connect and focus on what they do, but they end up being negative. They end up being their own enemy, right? Because I'll be honest, it's competition. It's always going to be you versus yourself. It's always going to be like that, right? But it's a matter of you making those negative thoughts and now compound them into now positive thoughts, which leads into a powerful tool of you making yourself an attraction source to becoming a success, right? Once you think of positive, you're gonna think about positive things. Positive things are gonna make you joyful. Positive things are gonna make you fulfilled or joy. Whatever it is, if you think positive, it will become positive, right? So moving on is that now is the only true reality. There's no such thing as living in the past. I always say this. There's no such thing as living in the past. It is about the power essence of yourself right now. What can you do right now in order for you to not do what you did in the past? What can you do right now that you have learned from past experiences, right? What can you do right now that's different from what you did back then? Right? It's common sense. This is easy as ABC and XYZ. Nothing can fall to you. The only thing that can fall to yourself is, I just said it, yourself, right? So moving on forward is 3. True happiness comes from within. External things bring temporary pleasure, but not lasting fulfillment. So this is going based on number 1, right? When you think out of external, you're thinking out of your ego, right? And most of the time, ego is just a false image of yourself, right? Ego is just a thing that you have fulfilled yourself or has been experienced when you have been growing up, right? You'll be seeing a lot of people or you'll be seeing a lot of materialistic stuff since you were born, and these things have been attracted to you in any source, right? But it's also in the way that you've been grew up and you've been thoughtful. So sometimes it's not natural. It's not natural, right? Because when you were born, basically you haven't gotten the awareness to pick the things that you like or pick the things that you want to do in life, right? You're just born how we usually all of us born, and this is why you're watching this video. This is why you need to disconnect yourself away from the ego and connect with yourself now. What is the things that in reality that I like? What are the things that in reality I love? Right? It all comes in a sense and it all comes with a purpose. Make sure you do everything in the right prompts, right? Right prompts meaning that stay real to yourself. Stay real to your usual things. Stay real to the things that you love, to the things that you feel passionate about. It's not about the external. It's not about the materialism, right? The materialistic stuff is always going to come. You're still going to receive that car that you ever wanted. You're still going to receive that bag that you ever wanted. You're still going to receive the clothes. But if you keep focusing on that, it's just going to create tension between your ego and between your soul, which creates a fluctuating state of mind, right? You're going to be affected either by the real world or by the external world, right? So it's just based on true realizations and true awareness and just being true. Just being true to yourself in a way where you can flow within life and not even worry about anything. Not even worry about external things. Not even worry about money. Because money is energy, right? If you're going to feel sad, what makes you think that money is going to come to you? If you feel worried, if you feel stressed, if you feel mad, why is it that money needs to come to you if you feel those state of minds? Why is it? It doesn't make sense. So always think out of the external. Don't think of the external, think about yourself, right? So moving on, number 4 is suffering is path to grow. Through those phases, you'll receive profound transformation, right? So a lot of people are fearful. A lot of people are scared. A lot of people don't like to put themselves in situations that are uncomfortable, right? But when you don't realize that some unknown spaces, which is the uncomfortable spaces that you have never felt before, but you're scared to go, is that those are the paths that you're supposed to go no matter what. That is the pathway that is going to lead you into so much success. It is not about how it's gonna make you uncomfortable, how you're gonna, if I do this I'm gonna fail because I don't know anything about. No, the only reason why you don't know where you're gonna go, it is because it is your own path. Nobody is supposed to tell you where your path is, because that's not how life works. Life is not predictable, it's unpredictable. That's what makes it so fun. That's what makes it so gorgeous. That's what makes it so beautiful and so exciting, right? I don't know, but me personally, I just like having things that they come to me, right? They come to me in the sense where everything that I do, no matter what, I don't care how hard it is, I don't care how difficult it is, I will always put myself in that position, because I know and realize that how much growth, how much self-development, how much I'm gonna hear and how much I'm gonna implement my values into other people's minds, right? So still in number 4, right? break free from ego and soul level growth, right? So this is going back into number three. Release your ego and just connect yourself to your soul. It's not about how people will think about you. It is not about how much people are gonna like you, how much people are gonna talk bad about you. It is about the positive side. It is how much are you gonna help people? How much people are gonna like you for your service? How much people are you gonna influence and inspire? Right? You just need to make that alternative thoughts and that perspective. It is not about the negativity that's coming to you. It is about the positivity, right? So when you realize who you are, when you realize your values, you will stand on them. You have to stamp on the opinion. You need to stay real with that opinion, because why would you do something and you're contradicting yourself in every sense? Right? It doesn't make sense. It's like you going to a game and you automatically are saying to yourself, "Oh, I'm gonna lose this game. Oh, we're gonna fail this. Oh, yeah, they definitely gonna beat us." Like, you're adjusting the reality to yourself, which tends to lead to failure other than winning. It doesn't make sense. Like, I don't get it why people downplay themselves. Don't ever downplay yourself, bro. Don't ever. Don't ever. The only reason why you're downplaying yourself is because you care so much. You care so much about these people. No, it is about yourself, bro. It is about yourself, right? Maybe they're not even thinking that. Maybe you're just making it a reality. Maybe you just focus on the people who are negative rather than focus on the people who are positive, right? There's always going to be people who are going to be on your side, and there's always going to be people who are connected to your source of mind. That's what makes it so beautiful, right? It is a community, right? Who you are is going to be an attraction of the people who are positive to you, no matter what. But if you're so falsely accounted with negative thoughts, when negative opinions that get to you, you're just gonna focus on that, and that's what people lead into failure. That's why people be so overwhelmed with these negative thoughts for no reason at all. For no reason at all. It's just a pure illusion. It's just this. What does this matter to you? This is not gonna make you successful. This is not gonna fulfill your purpose. It is not. It's not. And I'm just here to tell you that it's not. It's not gonna be worth it, right? Think about it. So moving on forward. It's letting go of control and embracing surrender. True power comes within letting go of control in life. Guys. This is an important topic, because a lot of people tend to feel empowered. A lot of people tend to always get what they want, but that's not how the world works. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. It works based on the person that you are. Right? When you have a specific goal, when you have a specific thing that you want to achieve and you don't get it, and you tend to be so spoiled, you tend to, be this person that just wants everything in the world, you're just focusing on a lot of things that are kind of putting your mindset into not disconnecting you away from your own growth, right? Because think about it like this: it is about evolution. It is not about it's not about the rewards. It is not about the things that you succeed. It is about how you become better, how you can become a master of your skill. It just become how you keep developing yourself and level up. Think about it as a video game. Why would a level 5 character receive a reward from a level 100 character? It doesn't make sense. You need to know that this experience is here, right? The only reason, I'll be real, right? The only reason why you didn't receive the reward that you wanted, it is because you did not become the servant of that, or worth it of that reward. And I'm not here to let you know that you're not worth it from your goal. You're not just quite that person yet, right? Your personality is away, your development away from getting that reward, right? What is the point of, if it was that easy, then everybody would do it, bro. Everybody would do it. All I'm trying to say, I'm not saying that you're not worth it to receive that reward, but you need to still put time. You need to still master yourself. You need to still become this person who has created his own self-image to attract those things. Do you know what I'm saying? So you are still the servant. You are still worth it, right? Don't get that away from you. You just need to focus on the different things. Focus how you can become that self-image to receive those rewards no matter what. Alright, so that is number 5. That is so important. Let go of that. Let go of the results. Let go of the things, right? Stop trying to control life and start controlling yourself. Bring those thoughts back, bring that mind power back, and use it into what's and the sources that's needed. So number 6 is life is cyclical, not linear. Blessings and endings are merely transitions, right? So all these things that we call such blessings, or those things that we call endless rewards, it is because it is transitions. There are transitions for you to become better. There are transitions for you to realize, okay, what's my next step? Remember those words. What's my next step? I did this. I succeeded on this objective. What's my next step? Right? There's no stoppage into your own self growth unless you want it to stop. Unless you think to yourself, you know what? This is the perfect place for me. I can do much more, but I'd rather stay here. It's okay. It's okay. Nobody's forcing you to do anything else, right? You do whatever you want. If you feel like you're in the perfect place, then be in that place, right? But me personally, I would rather be the person to overachieve anything. I want to be that person that's the best. I want to be that person that's a master in his own craft. That is who I am. I'm competitive. I am that type of person that, if I'm second place, I will figure out, why am I second place? Why am I different from this first person? Why am I the second person, right? But no, I'm gonna be first place. So every transition that you succeed on is basically just for you to realize, what can I do more? What can I do better? And boom, keep moving forward, right? So number 6 is life is sick. No, moving on. Sorry. Number 7, the illusion of separation and reality of oneness. We are all connected. This awareness reshapes us, how we relate to our own. So number 7 kind of connects into what I said earlier about you attracting your own community. The people that you attract have the same mindset, have the same alignment with who you are truly. And that's what creates a uniqueness. That's what creates a personality. That's what creates a character out of oneself, right? This is when you realize that everything that you do is connected. Everybody that likes you, everybody that is friends with you, you have a uniqueness together. That is why you tend to be, connected with a source, such as friends, such as whatever it is, right? Whatever entitlement you are. But what I'm trying to say is that when you start focusing on the oneness rather than focusing on other people, you start realizing how powerful you really are, right? A lot of people tend to put their focus into things that don't even matter. Meaning as they focus on other people's problems, which does not align with who they are. They tend to focus on other people's opinions, which does not align with who you are, right? I'm not saying that it's wrong helping other people's problems, but what I'm trying to say is when you adjust your emotional attachment into that problem, you just put an unnecessary boundary into your own self. When it should be balanced, you should start helping that person, not fixing their problem, helping that person, right? You're not supposed to put yourself in other people's shoes, right? But rather help them, right? So whenever you are connected and that awareness reshapes on how you can relate and to other people, it so basically brings everybody together in the sense of, okay, I like this person. This person shares my values. This person shares my problems, right? But when you basically, become this person that's trying to do everything for everybody else, it creates an unbalanced life, right? Don't get me wrong. It's good that you're helping people. It's good that you're helping solving other people's problems. Not helping them, but solving people's problems. But rather, just help them. Don't put yourself in other people's shoes, because that creates so much so much tension, right? So just learn how to make the right decisions when it comes into other people's own currencies, own situations, right? Always put yourself in the best shoes, because obviously, other people's problems are not your problems. The only way that you can help them is by supporting them or helping them change their reality, right? But yeah, man, that is the 7 spiritual awakenings, right? All this is powerful tools, powerful wisdom that you can use to attract who you want to be and become a better person. But yeah, man, it's been Fredo Saga. Let's leave the dimension, oh my gosh, dimension expansion with some new game, and let's implement the server. Oh my gosh, I was cut out for that. Yeah, but yeah, man, that is the 7 true spiritual awakenings of our own individualness and use this wisdom however you want it. At the end of the day, it is your own life, it is your own prospect, and it's your own mind, right? But make sure you make sure analyze yourself every day, analyze on what you can do better, and boom, you just become a better person than you were yesterday, man. But yeah, it's been Pharaoh Saga. Subscribe, check out my other socials. I'll be talking about the life concepts that are similar to this and much more. But yeah, man, if y'all want any advice, text me on Instagram, text me on TikTok, and boom, we can get it on there, man. Yeah, let's get it.